let's talk about it. What I'm about to say is not my personal opinion. It's what the traditional South Asian parent would look and consider. A, she consumed alcohol as a woman. B, she was obviously dressed in a certain manner that's okay in westernized societies, but in the traditional South Asian sense, no. And C, she was obviously engaged in romantic affairs with somebody of the opposite gender premarital. Three things that a traditional South Asian parent would not be okay with, and might have to do with the reasoning behind why SUDIKSHA's parents have wanted her to be announced. I'm not saying this is the sole reason. Obviously, they want to have some sort of closure, and this might be their way of getting a closure, but this is a consideration that maybe we should talk about. So let's talk about it.
Did SUDIKSHA Konanki's parents declare her deceased because of their culture and to avoid further public scrutiny, or did they do it in order to accept reality and move on? Her parents released a statement saying both sides of the authorities have shown us how high the ocean waves were at the time of the incident, and both sides of the authorities have clarified the person of interest was not a suspect from the beginning. They said it is with deep sadness and a heavy heart that we are coming to terms with the fact that our daughter has drowned. This is incredibly difficult for us to process. And this is after they sent in this letter and request for legal declaration of death, saying that this will help their family begin the grieving process and address matters related to her absence. Many people disagree with their decision, saying they only did this to save their family's reputation and avoid being judged. And other people are supporting them, saying anyone of this culture would have done the exact same thing. Just yesterday, Joshua Ribe had a court appearance where they ruled that he is not a suspect and he has been fully cooperative, and the judge ruled that he is allowed to leave, but it is unclear whether or not he has been given back his passports. The judge said that the full details of his ruling will be given at a hearing in 10 days on March 28th, but it's unclear whether or not he's gonna have to stay in the Dominican Republic until that day. Let me know what you guys think about this. Prayers to SUDIKSHA, and as always, I'll keep you guys updated.
This right here, Joshua Ribe being free to leave, really messed up. The judge ruled that he's free to go, that they should release his passport. But what's suspicious to me is that $50,000 was being sent into his account from his parents. Dominican Republic is very corrupt. They failed SUDIKSHA Konanki. They're very corrupt. They don't have the manpower or the intelligence for this case. And I feel, and this is my opinion, and it may not be true, but I feel as if they accepted some sort of bribe to make this guy go free. I mean, either way, I feel if they find SUDIKSHA Konanki's body, they're going to try to hide it. People should halt going to Dominican Republic for vacation. Dominican Republic is a very unsafe place, and I hope people know now that they won't do a good job in helping you if something were to happen to you in Dominican Republic. So be safe, guys, and consider not going to Dominican Republic for your next vacation. Good morning, everybody. You're with For the People Politics. I think this person meant to say, for real, I still don't get why parents are declaring her dead. So sad. Very sad. Her parents are they want her declared dead, that's one. They want the videos going around of her going to the bar, getting drunk, wobbling back with some dude off the internet, not on social media outlets. They want it gone. And they want authorities to stop interrogating Joshua Ribe and believe his story. And let me tell you why. Indian parents, when they send their children to America for schooling, for education, they expect their children to carry themselves a certain way and get the education. That's it. They didn't expect her to probably go to the bar and the club and do all this that she was doing. And they're probably embarrassed by it. It probably ruined their reputation, and Indian people have such strong traditions and customs that they intend for their children to follow. And in their eyes, they probably she didn't probably follow it for them, and now they would just want the videos off. Because they have family members probably calling them, saying, what was she doing at the bar or the club, blah, 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 blah. And that's probably what it is. As sad as it may seem, this is what they want. I'm no longer going to be posting on this specific story. There's no point, right? I mean, if her own parents want it settled, then that's what it is. If and only if Joshua Reed, I'm not saying he's guilty. He was suspicious. If he was guilty, he's gonna get to walk away free, 100%. And they're probably never gonna find SUDIKSHA Konanki or her body. And I hope they do. I hope some light comes to this eventually down the line. But as of right now, this is what they want. And while it seems to us people that it's a bit excessive, I think we should look at it from their point of view as parents, and we should respect their traditions and customs. At first, I totally disregarded this comment here. A psychic from Trinidad said her body is located in the mangrove not too far from, and the message cuts off. I'm assuming they said not too far from where she was swimming. I first disregarded this message because I was like, I'm not spiritual, nor do I believe in psychics or none of that heebie-jeebie kind of stuff. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and the Dominican Republic authorities are not doing such a good job in searching for this girl, SUDIKSHA Konanki. This isn't the first comment that I'm getting that a psychic is saying her body's buried here or there. I mean, it's all starting to look like one big puzzle fitting together. And I'm not trying to give hope to her parents. God knows they're going through a tough time, and my prayers are with them. And if psychics are stating that SUDIKSHA Konanki's body is buried here and there, then maybe the Dominican Republic authorities have enough time to go and check. I mean, hell, I just hit my elbow. And they are not doing a good job interrogating Joshua Reed for all these hours. The boy's gonna get frustrated. I mean, I would too. Let's be real. Multiple interrogations with no answer. They must be really, really shit at interrogating people. Truly.
Put him through a polygraph test. When it comes to the SUDIKSHA Konanki case, put Joshua Reed and all of these friends through a lie detector test. There are so many inconsistencies and so many things about this case and the stories that have been said that do not make sense. And I know that the people who have a strong intuition like me, we're all feeling the same way. The fact that this guy's story has changed 3 times is a huge red flag. Also, let's not forget that he had a girlfriend back home and he basically cheated on his girlfriend with SUDIKSHA, and he stated that he saved SUDIKSHA from a wave that took her, then he pulled her back into the shore, then he saw her walk off, and then after that he passed out because he was drunk and doesn't remember anything else that happened. But how can you be at the beach for all those hours under the hot Dominican sun and not get sunburned? Also, where are your shoes? Where was the urgency in reporting her missing by all of these friends after they noticed that she didn't show up to an excursion that they had pre-booked? Why does your story keep changing, and why are you refusing to answer critical questions by pleading the fifth? Instead, you're giving us statements that have been curated and written by an attorney. Also, why is the media trying to make this grown man who is between 24 and 25 years old sound like if he's a child? They're calling him young and a high school wrestler. He is a grown man. I just have so many questions. And yes, I understand innocent until proven guilty. However, there is certainly information that is missing or someone is lying by omission. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way, but this case really reminds me of the Natalie Holloway case. If you haven't heard of that case, look it up. It is very interesting.
That people are not supposed to come on those resorts. But let's be honest, when money is involved, people can go where they want to go. So I say that to say, okay, what if the boy didn't have anything to do with it, but he knows what's going on? Because mysteriously, this girl is just missing. You can't find anything. You got surveillance tape showing everybody together. You got surveillance tape showing her by herself with her friend. You got surveillance tape showing him walking back to the hotel. You got surveillance tape showing everything, but you don't have surveillance on that beach. You don't have no knowledge of what's going on. And then my biggest question, her friends. What are her friends saying? Because we just totally X'd all of them out. You go away with your friend and you let her go off and be with a man that she doesn't know. Every woman that I know that I spoke to about this case said the same exact thing. I would never let my girlfriend leave with a man that we don't know. Leave on a beach and both of them are inebriated? That shit don't make no sense. And then the next day, go on a whole excursion that she was supposed to be on.
Breaking news, they have now released the last seen footage of SUDIKSHA KONANKI before she disappeared. Let's take a look. This video shows 4 girls, including SUDIKSHA, walking around the lobby of the RIU Hotel and Resort in the hours leading up to her disappearance. She appears to be cognitive, knows what she's doing, and she's wearing the exact same cover-up and flip-flops that were found on the beach chair the very next day. Which also discredits one of the stories that Joshua said happened that night, where he says that she grabbed her stuff and left. And in this video earlier, they're at the hotel bar and you can see SUDIKSHA is visibly very sick, and over here Joshua is also very sick, but they're with their own group of friends and people are saying that this is the place that they initially met. And later in that same video, you see SUDIKSHA jumping up and down, excitedly telling her friend something, and many people are speculating that that was the moment that she was telling her friend about Joshua and that she's interested in talking to him. Since then, Joshua's passport has been seized, but his lawyer just filed a motion with the judge on Tuesday saying if you're not going to charge him with anything, you must let him go. Let me know what you guys think about this. Prayers to SUDIKSHA, and as anything comes out, I'll keep you guys updated.
The level of strictness in a brown household compared to any other household is not even comparable, and the only people that would be able to understand what I'm talking about are the people in my comment. In my culture, brown girls do not get that much freedom because there's this fear of the child like messing up and ruining their family's reputation. I feel like with most other cultures, reputation isn't that big of a deal, but with the South Asian community, it truly is such a harmful mindset that we have. I just saw a news outlet report that SUDIKSHA's parents have requested her security camera footage to actually be taken down, and I want to give this family the benefit of the doubt so bad and say that they're doing this for privacy reasons, but knowing my community, I just know that that's just not the case. But if you are a parent and you're looking at this case and you're thinking to yourself, how can I be more strict with my child? Do not think like that. Most brown parents don't let their child have that balance and are often over controlling, which leads to them just not knowing what to do when they get a small taste of freedom. I'm not saying this is what happened with SUDIKSHA's case, but this is the case for most brown kids. Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to say in my last video. If you know, you know.